What is up, guys? Welcome back. Obviously, I've been sick. I still have a nice, deep, manly voice today. Just had my head congestion come back yesterday, and then some chest congestion and sore throat. So, standard issue flu, whatever the powers that be want to call it nowadays. I'll let my body take care of it because that's the best possible outcome. Get down. Okay. Now, because it's spring, when it shouldn't be, I cannot believe we have coccidia already. Full blast coccidia. A literal trail of diarrhea to clean up from, she was put in a muffin stall. So there's a pile of poop in there and then trail she left on her way over here. Come on, baby, don't move too much, okay? This is toltrazaril. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say this very plain English because it frustrates me every time. Do not use Corid unless it's an absolutely must-use last resort. It is caustic. You're gonna go to the vet and the vet's gonna say something stupid like, take Corid, go to Tractor Supply and take Corid and put it in their water and hope they drink enough to fix the coccidia and hope your goat doesn't die. Get on the dark webs, order toltrazaril, Baycox, Zuricox. Baycox and Zuricox, active ingredients is toltrazaril. 5% solution, 5% suspension. One and done. Maybe you need to treat her again in 7 days. 7 to 10 days. It's expensive. However, you're gonna buy Corid. It's a huge bottle of super cheap garbage that's gonna burn their throats, gonna burn their stomach. Even if you mix it properly, you're gonna give it for 5 to 7 days straight, once a day, every day. And then you're probably gonna wait 7 days and repeat that. So now you've done 10 doses, whereas toltrazaril, 1 dose, I have on 1 or 2 occasions ever had to repeat a dose of toltraz for coccidia. That's my public service announcement before I lose all my subscribers. Yes, it is a thing. You're gonna buy toltraz either from usually South America somewhere or the Ukraine. Currently, I don't know if you can purchase it from the Ukraine because the US government is blocking all purchases in that region. So you might not be able to get it from there, but you can get it other places. Just search for it. It's expensive. Hi. Are you waiting for food? So, get it and use it because it's 1,000 times better. Mr. President. Boy, you better calm down. You, sir. Goodness. No, he is not deaf. And no, I'm not offended that you ask. Because I've had people ask before if Cookie and President Snow are deaf. Most people just ask if Cookie's deaf. No, she is ninja level. Choose to hear what she wants to hear. This guy, if you watch, he just doesn't care. He's so chill. Mr. President, right now he's listening to someone poop over there. He's responsive when he wants to be. And so is Cookie. So, no. But we do get asked that a lot. It's just next level not listening. Huh, Bubba? Mr. President, hi. See that? What you gotta do is, if you think you have a deaf goat, maybe you do, but watch their ears. If they hear a noise and one of those ears turns sideways to point towards the noise, then they're probably hearing to some degree. But no, he is not deaf. Let's talk about something I talk about every year, but I'm only talking about it again this year because we have changed CD&T. So this is Clostridium perfringens, which is what it kills. Types C and D. It says type C and D, but if you read your labels, always read your labels. It also actually kills type B, as in Bravo, but that's not prevalent or really an issue in North America. So it has, this will take care of Clostridium perfringens types B, C, and D, and also has tetanus toxoid in it. And we have switched to the, I told you guys, we're always trying to learn. We're trying to do new things. The Colorado serum. And that is because this is supposed to prevent abscess. No matter the size, weight, shape of the goat, they're going to get 2 cc's, 2 cubic centimeters of this. For moms, what we do is we give this 4 weeks before kidding. So 4 weeks prior to kidding, we'll give this to mom, and then she'll pass all those antibodies or whatever on to the baby. If you miss that mom is pregnant and you don't give this to her and she kids, what you're going to want to do is take care of the kid. So you're going to want to give the kid, you're going to be 7 to 21 days after kidding, after birth, you're going to want to give this to the babe. And then you're going to want to wait another 21 days and do another dose. So we always just give it to the moms. It's so much easier. She can pass it on to the kids, and then we'll possibly give to the babies, again, just a booster dose before they go home. So for now, I have to give Frosty Mom and Gingy a round of CDT. Kind of left everybody locked up because it's easier to get a hold of them. I know you think Frosty Mom's gonna come right to me, but when they're out here in Gen Pop and I'm trying to hold her by the neck and give her a shot and there's other goats moving around, I just don't want her to get stabbed through with a needle when I'm just giving it sub-Q. Now, a lot of people will call it an abscess, and I guess it kind of is. The body will sometimes attack the CDT when you put it in there. And if you ever get a goat with a lump like right here, that's because their body attacked that and it just formed a little pearl in there, and it's not going to hurt them or anything. I've never seen an actual abscess where it was pussy and gross and busted through the skin and came out. It always just ends up being like a little pea-sized BB in there, and some of them it'll go away, some of them it doesn't. So I think Struzel still has one from her original CDT. And that's the other thing I want to talk about is your non-breeders. So we make sure to give Cookie and Struzel a dose of CDT in the spring every year. And then this year, it's kind of tricky. This is our first year doing this. I think what we're going to end up doing is go ahead and give all the moms, the spring breeding moms, CDT now. We may wait until fall, but that'll put them about 17 months past their last dose. So I don't know. That's something H and I will definitely work out. But I left everybody locked in because I wanted to scour the barn, get everything out of here, clean everything down, and put down lime. Just because cocci, once it starts, it's everywhere anyway. It's just how your goat deals with it. And, you know, obviously we have coccidia on our farm, as do most farms. It's everything and everywhere. Cattle farms, horse farms, sheep, goat, pig. So it just lives in the environment, and generally coccidia, you know, we might get 1 or 2 goats a year that struggle with it more than another goat. And generally when it starts getting warm outside and you get the blooms and it's wet, that's when it kicks off. So it doesn't normally happen around here for us until April, May. But with the weather the way it's been this year, hi mamacita, catching her little sunspot. given that it's been spring in February, it's clearly kicking off already, which doesn't bode well. I prefer when the girls get out, get on real fresh grass, get those good nutrients going. Tends to help them fight it a little better. You know, coming out of winter, they've just been eating dry hay all winter. Not that it's not nutritious, and not that we don't focus on their nutrition, but I worry that even though, you know, their immune system is not as strong as it'll be in April and May, when they've been out in the sun and they've been eating grass and running and playing and, you know, good old vitamin D and all that. So it happens. Why are you always looking for trouble or in trouble? Because freaking Claire. Enough said. Hi, wee man. I can't talk right now, dude. I got hay to eat. Hey, you hungry mungry, get down. Oh, scratch your belly, though. Can I scratch your belly? That face. Jeez. Ooh, get my mama belly. Get my mama belly a scratch. I remember when H got late into her pregnancies, that little belly scratch was good. You don't, I can't scratch your belly because your man bits are down there and they're generally gross, wet. And I don't want to touch them. I got the whole, Lime is my new best friend, guys. You know, we're not hurting for money, but we're not rich. And I could go into hours-long conversations about wealth versus rich versus poor. You know, poor is a mentality. If you guys don't listen to Dave Ramsey, for the love of all things, even if you have tons of money and nothing to do with it, listen to Dave. He can get you in the right track. If you got that much money where you can just invest in yourself, which is all it really is. You're investing in yourself so that you can have an easier future. Start looking into Dave Ramsey. He does tons and tons and tons of podcasts and YouTube videos. As a matter of fact, we're not associated with Ramsey at all, other than we've been watching him for a while now and moving money around in places and trying to reinvest smarter. But anyway, okay, see, I told you, don't get me started. Sorry, you know I get on a tear. But there have been times where I'm like, I don't want to dump a $35 bag of diatomaceous earth on the barn. Just spread it. I would have never done this with if I was still using DE. And for the same 50 pounds, barn lime is $2 and I think it's $2.59, $2.60. And so we purchased 2 bags, and then I still have 2 bags in the truck. So we're 4 bags in, and I'm telling you what, I'm not screwing around this year. It's like freedom almost. If these girls, if anything happens, you know, especially after licorice, with the listeria, I'm cleaning everything down and I'm just coating it all in lime. Just coat everything. I haven't done stalls yet. I'm going to go ahead and do that stall heavy and that stall heavy. I already scraped up the poop and put lime on the spots where the poop was. But I'm going to go back and I'm just going to coat that stall, and I'm going to coat that stall. Make sure I don't find any diarrhea in there. It is highly contagious. As you can see, I already saw, who'd I have her in there with? Sparkle was in there with her. And Genji just rubbed her body on, yep, right there. So Genji just rubbed her body on her and spun around like they do, like they just love on each other, and got some diarrhea on her right there. Now, Goofball here goes over there and rubs his face on that. He's gonna have coccidia. And then he's gonna give it to Pea Snow, and it just spreads like wildfire. Not everybody will get it. Obviously, some of them are more immune to it than others. So I'm gonna go ahead and give Frosty Mom her CDT first so we can get her out of there, get the babes out of there, and then I'll come back around and give Gingy hers. She's acting better already. When I came over last night, she was laying in the stall and she didn't want to get up. And she definitely didn't eat. And she barely ate this morning. You know, just wrecking her system. That's why you end up with the diarrhea. Basically, you watch for dehydration as well, because if you know anything about diarrhea, which we all should, your body pulls moisture from all your cells, from all your pieces and parts and bits, and sends as much liquid water to the stomach as it possibly can so that it can flush out your system. Something bad in the stomach, the body says get rid of it, pulls all the moisture out of your body, sends it to your stomach, flushes out the crap. Literally. Sorry, that was so just watch her for dehydration, make sure she's eating, and make sure that diarrhea dries up. Generally with the Toltras, diarrhea will be gone in less than a day. And so we'll watch her really close to make sure she gets back to nice solid pellets. She's acting fine. As always, guys, know your goats. Even sweet little Genji gets a little frisky every now and then. This is about the Eeyore of goats here is this is the most activity she gets in a year. It's during breeding season. Oh my goodness. So we go to I think we get them at Tractor Supply because they're cheaper there. Maybe Rural King, I'm not sure. We go back and forth, whichever. When you're selling something like this, whatever is cheapest, wherever it's cheapest, as long as the quality remains. But we'll buy these. Well, here's a picture. But we buy these. You can buy 100 syringes and 100 needle tips at a time, and it's like 20 bucks each. So 40 bucks for 100. And then we buy the 12 cc / milliliter size as well. And then we have a couple different sizes of tips. This is a 20 gauge. How gauges work, as you go down, the size gets bigger. So we usually keep a 18 or 16 gauge needle around for, there's a couple meds we use that are real thick, and it's nearly impossible to get it in a 20 gauge needle. So, and that's, pre-cut, ready to go in there. I like the lure lock. They're called lure lock because you can twist them off like that, so it's threaded. They make one that's not threaded that you just push down on there with force. So I like the threaded ones that don't drop a needle anywhere or anything like that. So I'm gonna draw this up. It's pretty simple. Just pull till you're at 2. Go get Frosty, Mom, so we can get the babes out. Now, Gummy, I know you're going to want to play with my camera, but please don't. And Tootsie, I don't need a second goat trying to wreck my gear. Thank you. Ma'am, stop. Look, stop. The stuff I do to get a shot. All right, girls. Come here. Just chew a piece of wood off there. Get out. Get out. I'll get rid of as many as you as I can. I know Sippy's not going to come to me. Drummy's pretty chill on it, so. Oh, come here, baby. I like to grab the goat by the head, put the head between the legs. Mama Frosty. Are you serious? Are you serious? Oh my goodness. I have never had Mama Frosty scream out in pain. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. If you want to be a goat farmer or any kind of farmer, I I mean, unless you want to just call your vet out here, $100, $120 now, I think, just to set foot on the property, and then $100 an hour. So he's got to come out here and do. They're going to charge you for that first hour, guaranteed. So you're looking at $220 to have him come out here and administer CDT to the herd. And as I said, since we have to do it based on breeding time frames, 4 weeks before kidding, then we'd have to call him out here to do 2 goats. And like we already did Gummy last week or 2 weeks ago, so we'd have to call him out here to do 1 goat. So you got to learn. Just do your research, look around, talk to people, and it takes a little bit of time to get confident in what you're doing and how you're doing it, but you can do it. You can definitely do it. That first time you pull up a tent, skin tent, like you pinch it and pull it up and it makes a little tent looking thing, and you're trying to stab that needle in there and your brain is flipping out. But I never say don't get dangerous with it. Don't be so arrogant or cocky that you think you got it down to a science where you don't have to pay attention to what you're doing. But get in there and do the work. You'll save a ton of money. You can put that towards food, shelter, a new baby goat that you might want to buy, an old goat you want to buy, whatever. So you know the drill. All right, y'all. That is it, and we will see you tomorrow. I don't know where the boys are. I'd show you Marlon and Mr. Snow, but P-Snow's over here trying. There's nothing in there, bro. What? I just scrubbed this and put about 8 gallons of water in it. I gotta go get 5 more. Anyway, Mar, he's been laying out here. I watched him a couple days ago. Cookie laid down and he laid beside her. And P-Snow's been doing the same thing. So both boys have been hanging out with the queen bees. Love it. Getting some sun, buddy.